right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are here with Top Squads, aka the old school hyperlinker. So, we're going to be discussing why this game is destined to fail, even though it is a really, really good game. It's actually really fun, but unfortunately, I feel like Hyperlinker failed, and that's why it was bought out. And I don't think this time around is going to be any better. And we're going to kind of look at that and see why. So, first of all, the good stuff about this game, all right? I mean, the heroes are really cool looking. They all have very unique and really cool skills. I can't really say anything bad about the design of the heroes. Uh, Durand is kind of cool. This is like one of the heroes that's really good. Ingrid, she's strong as hell. You've got the Daniel, he's one of the heroes that most of you guys are going to get when you first start. He definitely reminds me of that Jet Grind radio or Jet Set radio, whatever it was called. He's got like that whole old school, graffiti kind of thing going on, which is actually a pretty big part of this game and kind of how they play it. There's like graffiti you could put in the game. Elsa, awesome, really cool hero. I mean, all of them are just insanely well designed. They all have really, really unique skills. I mean, look at this. She's got like a little robot with a backwards cap and a gun, and she heals and she shoots people. That's Zoya Lee, another really cool hero. He's got a big jug on his back for some reason when you're fighting, but yeah, that's cool. He's a drunkard. You got the robot who's really cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of these heroes. There's not one hero in this game, even when you go into the low end heroes, like we go all the way down here. Even when we look at like this hero, these are all the B rank heroes that we upgraded that you use basically to feed your better heroes. Even the low grade heroes look phenomenal. I mean, this is like an S grade hero in most other games. So yeah, all the heroes in this game are really cool. As you can see, we have a lot of them. Some of the really cool ones, if we go into collections, yeah, there's some badass looking heroes in this game. And I showed this hero last time. This is some of the heroes that I don't have yet. I mean, look at this. Like, just the graphics alone on these heroes is insane. Yes, there's a little bit of slowdown because that has a lot of stuff going on. But look at this hero. Like, that is some really good design. Now, the problem here with this game specifically, all right, and is that it dies out very quickly. That's the first thing. Now, why does it happen? I don't know. Let's go look into the guild. All right. Now, there are a bunch of guilds in this game. Really, no one's playing anymore, unfortunately. This is server 3. All right. So, this is literally the third server on Top Squads that has opened up. All right. Now, when we go into our guild, you'll see something fun. Now, we were a top guild. We were top 2, I think, actually. Uh, right now, so we're about maybe a month into the game, a little bit longer, maybe 2 months. I don't even remember how long we've been playing. It could even be 3 months. Like I said, we've been playing for a pretty reasonable amount of time. So I actually don't even know how long we've been playing. We have 8 guild members left in our guild. All right. Look at this. This was one of the top players who spent money, I would assume. 187. That's the level. So I've beat that person now. All right. 446,000 power. Logged in 12 days ago, 14 days ago, 10 days ago, 5 days ago. Look at this. Everybody's gone. There's one person that's been playing with me in this guild. All right. And we're one of the top guilds. So everyone quits. All right. Now, why do they quit? So, well, there's a lot of reasons. One, guild participation isn't that great. You get to fight one guild challenge every single day. All right. So you can only get one shot. That's it. One shot and you're done. And then there's also the outpost defense, which is pretty fun, I guess you could say. But unfortunately, that's it. Like, you just go in here, you fight twice, and that's it. And if you fail, you don't really get much. I mean, it's kind of like it's not the best thing, but this is the only guild participation thing where everybody kind of pops in and has the choice of fighting bosses and things like that. But other than that, you don't really ever need to talk to your guild. There's zero reason to ever really talk to your guild. So there's no real guild cooperation. There looks like there's a galaxy war coming, so maybe that will open that up. But either way, they don't seem to have too much cooperation when it comes to guild members. The other thing about this game that's a little bit weird is the power versus what you're fighting. So, like, let's go into a campaign. All right. Now, I have, just to kind of so you can kind of see, my linkers, I have one hero that's insanely strong, 51k. All right. She has all of the maxed gear with her faction at this point that she can use. And then she's got her promotion is now into the second realm, which, by the way, takes a very long time to do, especially when you have to do multiple heroes. We were focused on one hero. All right. So we just got into the second round of promotion. All right. And these pieces take a very long time. We're only 12 out of 112, and it only gets harder with each progressive level that you upgrade. Because now, like, see, like this one will cost, well, let me see if there's one that I can actually do. Here we go. This one costs 42 of this secondary piece. All right. We don't even really get these yet from campaign. So I basically can't really go much further in here. We got this from finishing a quest. That's the only reason we even have levels in her promotion number 2. S weapons, all right? Super important for building your heroes. However, what the problem here is that this is one hero, level 10. All right. So I have one hero that can now use one of her special skills on her weapon. All right. And then we have to go into higher ranked pieces to upgrade this, which I honestly don't even know how to get them. Like, I literally don't even know where they are or how you get them. I'm assuming you'll get them later on as you level up and beat things, but more than likely you're going to be like, all right, I'm bored. So done. Now, here's all my other heroes. The best heroes, these are all my 5 best heroes. All right. I have a level 2, a level 3, a level 1, a level 1, a level 2, level 1, level 2. See, they're all 2 and 1. And then we have a 0 right here. Everyone else is 0 because I can't do any more. All right, so those are all my heroes. All right, so I barely have enough to level up one hero at this point. And there's areas, remember, there's towers in this game where you need to use only the factions, which means there's 4 factions. You have to have 5 heroes. That's 20 heroes. All right, and I can barely level 5. All right, so you need 20 heroes to do the towers. All right, so that's one thing. Then you've got skins, which once again, I mean, it's whatever. These are all free. You can get them from just playing the game. Apparently, you can summon them with gems. I've never summoned anything with gems from there. It's only heroes. And the accessories, they kind of mess with. Like, they're all really dumb and bad. Before, you could add wings and all kinds of really cool stuff, and you can still do that here. But to get them is like ridiculous. There's no like, oh, quest you can get them. There's no like, oh, we've got, unlocking stuff by building your hero and getting them from doing campaign and achievements. It looks like they just basically locked it all behind promotions, which everyone gets the same one, so it's not even like you could change what aura you have anymore. And then the other thing is, if you noticed, she's promotion level 2. There's no aura on her, so there's no fire. All right. So there's like a glitch on it. So they don't even have the game working correctly on like little things like this. All right. So that's another problem. Then you've got the fact that it takes forever to level your heroes, which is fine. It's an idle game. So I totally understand that. However, once again, you need like 20 plus heroes in order to do things. We've got 3 right now. All right, that we're sitting on. Now, I'm not going to say this is the worst game for leveling heroes and building them. I don't think it is. However, it is very slow. All right, and you will need more to get stars. As you see, I have 1 hero with a star, which would obviously get better as you continue. But the problem is the power that you need in order to beat things is much higher than the power that you will have. All right, so like I'm pretty stringent on playing this game. All right, I'll come in, I'll get everything, I finish all my daily quests. Like, I never really miss anything in this game. All right, and we are now in stage 19. Okay, and the power that we're up against is 206 versus 184. So we're not crazy low, but we are low. All right, now there might be a little lag here because it's the first fight for the day, but I want you guys to see what happens here. All right, we only have 1 hero that's remotely good as far as like anything else. All my other heroes are between 30, probably between 28 maybe and 35,000. She's 51,000. All right, we're gonna fight this battle. Now this is 19-4. All right, now I want you to see, once the lag dies off, how quickly my team members die. All right, so these are my tanks. All right, they're already getting their ass handed to them. Look at that. 1 hero's already dead. All right. So that's 2 down now. My main hero. The auto doesn't kick in right away, which is sucky. Oh, the slowdown. We might have to fight this again. So now my whole team is basically dead. All right. Everyone was dead before her. Let's retry that so you can see it without the lag. Because like I said, the lag on the first fight's always bad. So here we go. See? So they're fighting my tank. Look at these. Look at his HP. My tank here is going to die in one hit. There you go. One hit, dead. Now he's going to fly around, and now it's once again 3 against 2 now. All right. And this is with a 51k power hero that's kind of keeping it together. All right. I wish I could say this was something that was not normal. Now, once again, this is an idle game. All right. It is one of those games. We're not going to actually fight it, but it's one of those games where you have to just wait. Like you're just going to sit around and wait. And those kinds of games don't last long if there's nothing else to do but sit and wait. And unfortunately, this is how everything feels after the first few months. You're going to feel like you're just at a wall and you just have to wait basically. Like I can level, you know how much I can level my heroes? I'll be lucky if I get 1 to 5 levels total in one day. That's it. 1 to 5 levels, all right? And yeah, these guys are what? These guys are all level 200, and my heroes are at 178, and I have two of them at 181, and then I have another one at 200. So basically, I have 20 levels between these guys. So that means 80 levels we have to get average. So to get 80 levels, figure if you're getting 5 levels ish a day at this point, yeah, you're not going to be playing much for the next few days just to match their power. Now, you will be getting other things that increase your power. There's going to be levels, gear, upgrading your gear, all that stuff. But yeah, it's sloggy. It's very sloggy with the leveling once you get to a certain point. All right. And as you can tell, I'm getting to that point where it's like, all right, cool. I'm kind of bored anyway, so whatever. And I say this about idle games all the time. Anyway, I don't think they're that great. They're fun to play for a few months and then you just ditch them. However, sometimes you find one that's really good. Like Battle Knight was one of the ones that was pretty good. I played that game for about a year, 2 years, like actually a long time. And it was just fun because you felt like there was at least something coming every day. This one, I feel like you're just kind of stuck. Like you just get stuck in things. Let's go into the world. Now, the arena is a joke at this point. I mean, it's based off how many fights you have, not whether or not you're ranked really high. You do get rewards for being ranked high, as you can see, 20 summons. But yeah, it's the same 3 people that have been at the top for a very long time. Let's look at the rank. All right. So they've been up here the whole time. It's literally been us the whole time. I've been up to I think 4 is about as far as it gets. So you can spend gems and just keep getting points. So realistically, I could just spend gems right now and beat him, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, that's it. And most of these people, look at this. We're finally down. We're down here. Your top 20, so number 20 is at 1500. So they're 500 below me. Just nobody's playing it. Like that's the problem. Like this has been going for a week, I think, or two now. I think it's every week it resets. So we've been going for a week and no one plays it. You start, I think, at 1,000 points. All right. And you get like 20 per fight. So nobody's playing it. Literally no one. I mean, it's just like there's like 20 people that are kind of involved in it. Everyone else might just log in and kind of do whatever. So arena's kind of silly looking. Advanced arena is boring. I mean, you're literally just fighting the guards at this point to get into different modes because they're really hard. And you need 3. We can't really challenge, but you need 3 teams. So that means 15 heroes that are good that can fight a 121k power team. My main team is 180 something. I think 82, right? 186, whatever it was. That's my main team. So that's my best team. My secondary teams, unless I pull heroes from my main team, you're lucky if they're running at 90 to 100,000 power. So that's the first big thing about arena is that it's just kind of it's honestly it's just boring. You've got Quantum Tower, which another situation where you're just up against, look at this, 204k is the next level here. But let's go into the regular towers. So we're at 94,000 power we need to be in order to fight this with all blue heroes. All right. So now I'm using the tower to level up my heroes. So you have them basically upgraded just for whatever. So we're at 106. All right. So I haven't been in this one in a while. I actually ignored it for a while. Probably about 3 or 4 days I ignored it. So yeah, we've gained a little bit of power. Now we're what, 12,000 power higher right now with the heroes we're using. They are all using gear. We have gear that's somewhat upgraded. Like nobody's using garbage at this point. I mean, they might be not be using the most optimal gear, but they're reasonable. We have 2 tanks, we have a healer, we have 2 damage dealers. Let's see how they handle themselves in this fight. Now, sometimes, honestly, you're just up against the wrong affinity and they just wreck your team. Look at this. Like heroes just die fast in this game. Hopefully we can beat this one because it's been a while. So I'm assuming we should win, but you never know. So far, look how much damage you're getting taken. And the game doesn't like to use your skills. Well, maybe we won't win. Look at this. They're just kind of, all right, we might win this. We should win this. There we go. We were able to win that one. But you see what I mean? Even a team that's 12, 15,000 power less is essentially murdering my tanks. Like, and I don't mean murder like, oh, kind of like they die so fast in this game. There is only one tank, literally one tank in this game so far that I have found outside of maybe the light heroes and dark heroes that are insanely hard to get. There's only one tank in this game that can survive long enough to actually win these fights. Um, right now, like I said, we're up against a team that's lower power than us. And look at that. One tank down, almost. They're almost down. We're actually doing much better this time. Now remember, this is like after 3 or 4 days of us leveling, all right? Boom. We were able to beat two. This is better than I thought. All right. We're also in a lower area. My main team, I think, is at 100 and what? We'll look when I get out of here. We're like 100 and something. But now, remember, most people aren't going to want to wait 3 or 4 days just to get some progress. And the power of these fights skyrockets very quickly. All right, look at this. We're already seeing heroes dying after 2 or 3 fights. So we waited 3 days here to maybe beat 3 or 4 levels. All right, we see, but you see what I mean? We're already seeing a lower version of our team. Now, I don't remember what the power was here. We'll check it after we die. We'll keep going just so you can kind of see. We'll see when we actually die. Oh, we're getting the slowdown. I don't want to freeze. That's all I care. I just don't want to freeze. That's all. So far, so good, though. They're doing pretty well. I'm actually shocked with how far we're getting. All right, we're going to back out after this fight. I want to see exactly how much power we're up against now. All right, but yeah, you're seeing like the HP dropping here. Let's go back real quick. All right, so now we're up against 105. All right, so now we are basically at the same power. We are now even essentially, 106 and 105. Let's see how they do. Now, boss fights for some reason are supposed to be harder. I get it. Some of the boss fights, they put the mixture of heroes together that are ridiculous. Like heroes that will heal, burst, and then just kind of waste your team. And they'll have heroes that are one shot. There you go. One shot, one shot, one shot, and boom. Let's see if my one hero can do this. Now, this girl right here locks your skills. So you can't even use your skills half the time. So there you go, defeat. So it only basically we spent 3 or 4 days leveling and we got a few levels done and we weren't able to beat the boss. Now, if I try this a couple times and switch around my team, I might be able to beat it. But that's a team that's 1,000 power less than us and they kind of ran through me. All right. So having the specific hero, which means you might have to waste gems to go into the tower to switch out heroes. So I think they need to make it where you can have more heroes in the tower in order to kind of make it so that you can switch heroes around maybe or maybe one hero works really well. I think a system where you could keep the gear on specific types maybe and just switch the heroes in and out so you don't have to keep switching gear all the time. Like the gear's very convoluted. There's types of heroes. Like it's not just blue. So like just so you can kind of see what I mean by this. So a linker. So we have in here you have she's psionic, whatever you want to call it. All right. So being yellow, so if she's going to get the best gear, it has to not only be a weapon she can use, it has to be psionic and it has to be yellow for it to be the equipment that's best for her. So that's two different things that can change to make this good or bad. All right. So you can't just find a yellow piece of gear and it's better. All right. You have to find the right one that's specific to this faction. So it's like you have to the faction, you have to have the yellow, and then you have to have it be it's a lot of stuff that's just unneeded. You know what I mean? You don't need it all. The other problem is there's no customization. Every single person that has this hero will have this gear. So I can't just go in and be like, oh, well, maybe the only customization they have is the clinic where you can choose your path, but ultimately everyone's going to end up at the same point once they level up enough heroes. So there's zero customization on anything in this game. So basically you're just waiting to get a gear and then you just level it and that's it. Like that's your gear. You're done. There's no customization. It's just whether or not you get your stuff faster than the next person. That's it. Can you promote your weapon faster than the next person? So you can spend gems on that. Can you promote your hero faster? Once again, you can just buy it probably. So yeah, there's a lot of things in this game that are just boring in the sense that like you have no customization for your heroes. They took away a lot of the accessory stuff that's kind of fun, and they also took away the ability to really change your auras on heroes because maybe I don't want that fire on her. Maybe I want like a water one. Like little stupid things like that can make a game a little bit more fun. The other thing in here is that the trial grounds pointless. Like you just kind of sweep them and that's it. There's not much to them. And the only thing in here that's even kind of fun is the old city exploration. And the power gets ridiculous so quickly. Like there's jumps in here that go up like 10K in power. So you'll be like 160 fighting your 156s and you're like, cool, I can beat these. And then as soon as the exploration jumps, it not just goes up a little bit, it jumps to like 170. You know what I mean? It's like it's insane the power. Like right now, we're up against 185. So we're basically we've beaten levels that are 185. And that's fine. So we have done that. Right now, I'm not going to do it though. But we have been able to beat that. But now when it jumps, it's going to jump to like 200,000. You know what I mean? And then I'll have to ignore this entire section of the game for a long time. It's not like you can reset it and maybe get more points for going in there for one day. It's basically if you're not strong enough to beat it, you can't go in there. That's it. There's nothing else to do. So you just basically ignore it again. So this is something you ignore. Arena, you basically fight 3 times and leave. Trial grounds, you sweep and you walk away. Challenge Valley, you get 2 chances a day. And yeah, you know what's funny? This fight right here, in order to get one of the backgrounds that's like fun, we're at 98%. You have to get to stage 7 in order to win it. All right. This fight is, I think, 100,000 power. My main team is 187,000 power. You get to use 2 teams in here to fight this thing, and we still weren't able to beat this. All right. That's the difference in power. And now I get to lose because of 98%. I get to lose a background that I won't be able to get again now. So it's like you're kind of just throwing a bunch of cool things at people and making it so they can't get it without spending money. And that's the first problem is that I want a game that if I want to spend money, I will. All right. That's what you want. I'm not going to spend money because I'm a free to player. But for everyone else, it's like it has to be fun. This game could be so good. All right. And that's the problem is that they just kind of it's not even greed. That's the funny thing. They just made the game very limited. All right. It's the same nonsense every day. These are the bounties. All right. Just to kind of give you an idea. There's special bounties. All right. I can't even do the ones that give me yellow gear, which is now lower than the ones that I'm using. I have better gear than this. All right. And I can't do this because I don't have 3S plus heroes for this faction. So what were they even thinking with this? Like, why would I want to come in here? How do I come in here and wait? I mean, this has been up here forever. All right. Look at the new ones. I need 3 SS heroes in green to finish this one. I have 1. All right. My next hero down are all S. So yeah, it's going to take months for me to get heroes to fix this. All right. To be able to do these quests. So it's like, so what's the point of them even being here? Why make these? Just make a bunch of lower level ones that I can actually accomplish and maybe give me things that I need rather than special stuff that doesn't give me anything or something that I'm going to have to wait months in order to get. All right. So literally no point here. So people just get bored of this and they're just like, all right, cool. I don't want to do that anymore. Once again, I said the clinic is the best thing in here, honestly. The Research Institute is a waste. I've literally done 1 research in here. Like getting these points to do researches is damn near impossible. And just to do 1 level, you need 300. All right. So if I want to level this up and get 0.5 increase to my attacker, my magical damage, yeah, I need 300 of these, which means I have to be able to beat the levels. But unfortunately, if you can't beat them, you got to wait until you're strong again. So there's no point. So you end up not getting any research done. I have 1 research. We've unlocked this a little while ago. And yeah, it's essentially another pointless piece of the game because it takes forever to get anything for it. Other than that, I mean, if we're going to end this on a good note, um, it's fun for a few months. It's like it's reasonable. The heroes are fun. Like the first few weeks of this game are actually very fun. There's plenty to do, but then you start hitting the walls. And I think that's going to be why we see a lot of players that don't really do this. Like here's the world. Let's look at chat. All right, here's world chat. Look at this. I did these right here. All right, these are the world chats. Now, when you do the mech fights, you can bring people in to help you. All right, it's by posting up in world chat. I posted this a day ago. All right, so we did it twice here. We did 18 hours here, and we did 16 hours here also. All right. First of all, no one has helped. All right, and no one has talked since a day ago. So does that kind of give you an idea of what you're heading towards? Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna have to say this with sadness. Like this game is really fun and could be so good, but unfortunately, they just kind of. It's. I think it's on its way out. It's gonna be the end of it, end of the rope. You're gonna be able to join a server, and honestly, my final kind of like opinion of the game is, if you have the opportunity to play it while it's still around before they close it, more than likely. No one's saying they're closing it. For all I know, they might just update it and do something really good to make the game a little more fun and accessible for people. But as of right now, I don't think it's going to make it. It's got 10K downloads on the main thing on the Google Store app. Who knows how many people are downloading it anywhere else? So if you are interested in the game, I would say, give it a whirl for a couple of months, a month or two, and just have fun with it. You're going to enjoy it like I did for a short period of time, but I don't think this game is going to make it. And I hope that some other games can learn from this. You know what I mean? If you have the opportunity to make a game, make sure that it has things to do every day. Make sure that it has guild activities where you can talk and really discuss things. And even if it's something stupid where it's like, all right, like, hit some badgers. I don't care. Whatever it is that you want to do for a guild kind of thing, just make it so you can talk and make it easy to discuss things with people. Make it so that there feels like there's progress every day. Make it so that the things you need to get for your weapons and everything aren't just all gated behind waiting. Like that's just I get that idle game, but there has to be a game. Idle is fun, but it has to have some content that you do often. All right. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions or things you want to discuss, if you've played this game and you love it, I mean, let me know. I mean, if you're in the beginning of it, we've been playing for a while. Like I said, I'm level 200, and it's just I still play it every day because I enjoyed it, you know what I mean? But it's not a game that anyone's going to really stick to. I mean, I probably won't stick to it either. I get into a fight where my tank gets one shot in by a hero that's a B rank and lower, and I just like, I'm good. And as always, like, share, subscribe. You help the channel grow. We do a live stream every single week, and if you want to become a member for $1.99 a month, you can. It gives you access to all my videos as soon as I post them. You get emojis and you get a free video every single week. That is for members only. That is commercial free. All right. So this is Top Squads. It's so sad. This is Top Squads, the game that is more than likely destined to fail. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. And you guys take care.